Here at Intoxicated Reviews, we intellectually dissect the art of cinema, scene by scene. Here's some clips.
That's all he is. It's just a fucking big wooden doll full of cum, chasing kids around.
You look up guys who poop in a bag. Because I think that's where you'll find them. Because he is hurt.
It's probably just in your search history anyway, isn't it?
A movie which, by the way, reviewed by my mother, the review was, "Thank God you were on early because we couldn't watch any more of that thing."
You got a wide berth here.
Well, this is a good scene. We're watching the infamous dildo scene.
You got trolled.
You were in too.
Shut the fuck up. No, I didn't say shit. You got trolled. Kanye West just trolled you.
Real script.
They didn't even give him a script when he got the job. They gave him a bottle of Stoli and said, "Learn this."
Did you stumble on the joke?
Talk about this movie for fart's sake.
This is we can swear. This movie fucking blows.
So don't forget to subscribe to Intoxicated Reviews on all places you find podcasts. Except Spotify. We're working on it.
Do not take product if you are hypersensitive.
Oh, hey, Internet. And welcome back to the Intoxicated Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah, and this is a podcast that is essentially a drinking variety talk show where I have my friends and various guests on, and we talk about life. This is episode 75. Holy crap. Pretty crazy. I'm actually currently on vacation, not doing anything too exciting, just hanging around the city and choosing to kind of be a tourist in my own city, which is really, really cool. I'm just kind of drinking a lot, eating out at restaurants every day, and doing things that I wouldn't normally do in Halifax. It's actually a lot of fun. I encourage anyone who is too poor to travel to do something like this when you have vacation. That said, I am still spending a ridiculous amount of money, but you know, whatever. Vacation. Guys, I'm super excited to get to this week's episode. I have a local Halifax stand-up comedian on, and that is Mr. Brandon Michael. I essentially started Instagram stalking a lot of comedians around Halifax because I knew I wanted to get more comedians on. Brandon reached out and expressed interest, and I said, hell yeah, come on over. So oddly enough, we are brand new friends. We had just met that night, and he's a super nice and funny guy. So I really enjoyed this episode with Brandon. We talked a lot about anxiety and a lot about comedy and his particular process with comedy, which is something that I'm always fascinated by. I know that some comedians might be like, I don't want to talk about comedy, but I actually really do like talking about the whole process, and Brandon was willing to talk about it. Another really fun segment of this episode is a Tinder takeover. I've done a lot of these recently and they're a lot of fun. So I actually handed my phone over to Brandon and he took full control of my Tinder. He actually gave me a bunch of matches that I'm still talking with. So there you go. And if you are a Tinder match of mine, don't be offended, because if he swiped on you and I didn't unmatch you, that means I would have swiped on you. So it's kind of the same thing. It's more or less you should thank the guy for swiping right in the first place, because otherwise I would not have seen you. So it was a lot of fun. I recorded this episode with Brandon actually on the weekend that I did like 3 in a row. So you guys are about to get a stream of really, really good Intoxicated episodes coming up. If you are in Halifax, I do encourage you to check out one of Brandon's shows. Definitely follow him on Instagram. That's a good place to catch any show promotions that he's doing. And his Instagram handle is Brandon Michael Fan Account. So I will be sure to link below as well to all of that, so you can stay up to date with Brandon. I do know that he is doing a show very, very soon. So when this comes out, it'll be Friday the 31st of August. And I did notice that he has a show on September 1st at Pro Skateboards on Quinpool. So if you are in Halifax, that show is $5. Doors open at 8 p.m. Go check out some comedy in a skateboarding shop. That's pretty fucking cool. And I happen to know that there's a lot of other really good comics on that lineup as well. So definitely check that out. Got some news on on the Patreon front. We have a new Patreon, people, so that gets a ding. I want to give a big thank you to Bobby. Bobby is our brand new Patreon, coming in at $10 a month, which means he's getting them bonus episodes. So that's a great level to be in on. Thank you so much, Bobby, for your contribution and becoming a Patreon. We super duper appreciate you. And I don't know if it's your real last name, but on Patreon, it's Bobby Beer. So that's pretty awesome. It's very, very appropriate for Intoxicated. So do check out our Patreon if you do also want to become a member. Various reward levels depending on your budget. Definitely check that out. And of course, what I say every week, do make sure you do follow us on social media. That's Facebook and Instagram, Intoxicated Podcast, on Twitter at @in_toxicated. The other thing I do want you guys to know as well is that we do have a YouTube channel. And that is just, if you just search on YouTube for Intoxicated, you should be able to find our channel. And also Twitch. We have a Twitch channel as well. Same thing, just Intoxicated on YouTube and Twitch. I do encourage you to subscribe on there as well if you are on both or either, because we're doing a live stream on September 8th on both those platforms, hopefully. If all goes well with the setup and what I've been working really hard on the past couple days, we will be simultaneously streaming on both of those platforms. So definitely go and find us on those so that when we go live, you can just log in and you'll see us. So of course, keep that date in mind, September 8th, 12-hour live stream. It's going to be bananas. I know I always say stay tuned for details, but I do have some details that I can talk about, which is that we are going to have a live Caesar demo. We are going to have Corey from Intoxicated Reviews playing multiple games with me, and hopefully a live trailer trashed as well. We will have returning guests Shannon and Harper McCormick, both of them confirmed to be here. Very, very excited about that. And I'm working on a few other people. So don't want to give too much away, but I'm thinking it's going to be so much fun. I, honest to God, cannot wait. I think you all are really going to love it, and I hope you tune in and participate in the chat, because that's what it's going to be all about. And of course, do make sure you are subscribed to Intoxicated Podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify. Give us a follow on there as well. That would be amazing. Anywhere you find podcasts, do make sure you're subscribed. If you really, really love us, you can leave us an iTunes rating or review. Haven't noticed any new reviews lately, so you guys should do that. That would be unreal. Even better, tell your friends about Intoxicated. Spread the word about the show. That's always what we are going to really appreciate at the end of the day, is getting new listeners. And another shameless plug, one of many, we are up for Best Podcast in the Coast Best of Halifax Reader's Choice Awards. We are one of 7 finalists. It's insane. I never thought it would happen. So don't forget to vote if you can. That would be amazing. We do not expect to win at all, but holy crap, if we did, we would be over the moon happy about that. So that's about it, guys. Sorry if I'm a bit low energy today. I'm just like a little bit exhausted from the day I've had. I went to the beach and was out in the sun for a long time and have kind of been going nonstop ever since the morning. So I'm pooped and I'm going to crawl into bed right after this. So I hope you enjoy this week's episode with the very funny and awesome Brandon Michael. You can just say your name.
Brandon. Brandon Michael. Can you hear me?
I should just do ASMR. ASMR podcast with Sarah and Brandon. We're gonna get into it. But then, like, if I ever did an ASMR channel, I would just start saying really creepy stuff. Because when you listen,
you have to do it like 30 videos in.
Yeah.
You have to like build a following and then start with creepy stuff.
And then start
People
fucking with them.
be like, is she going off the deep
because
end?
They're not talking about anything in particular when they're talking. So the ones that I really like to listen to are they'll take like makeup brushes and like they'll just like what it is they'll usually have 2 mics and like one's right ear, one's left ear.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to listen with headphones. And so they'll go like from mic to mic talking. Yeah. And it's very like it's just very relaxing. Yeah. But the ones I like to listen to are like they're whispering and stroking the mic. I know this sounds so fucking weird. And trust me, like there's some weird ASMR shit on there. Like there's role-playing ASMRs. Yeah. That are like they'll pretend to be a dentist or something.
Oh, man.
Like the camera will be the point of view of the patient. And so they'll be talking to you like,
oh, wait, so you watch it while you're...
You watch it while you listen. Because they're YouTube videos.
Okay.
I encourage you to take a look.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna watch it.
It's a fascinating world, and it's like this growing thing now. Like there's so many ASMR channels, and a lot of them are very attractive women doing these fucking videos. I'm very jealous. Probably making bank off of it. Like I think a lot of these women are.
People make crazy money off of YouTube. Like I don't understand.
Insane. It's insane.
Who knew there was like a market for it? Do you watch a lot of different people on YouTube?
Yeah.
Who do you like?
Well, I watch a lot of makeup channels.
Yeah.
So a lot of beauty gurus. I hate that word, but that's what they are. I would actually even call them makeup artists, you know? Like at this point, they're self-taught, but they're on there doing it. Shane Dawson. Okay, yeah. I love.
I haven't watched much Shane Dawson.
Oh my gosh. It's pretty he has gone on a journey with YouTube.
Yeah.
Where he's at now is very interesting because he's doing like documentary style videos.
Yeah.
So he's approaching other YouTubers and being like, your channel has decreased like 30 million subscribers. Let's find out why.
That's a crazy idea. That's kind of depressing for the other
he'll
YouTuber.
Help them.
Yeah.
He'll help them.
Yeah, and I guess he would know.
Yeah.
He's been in the game for so long.
And he also does conspiracy theory videos, which I love too because I love conspiracy theories.
I love conspiracy theories too.
I'm actually doing a conspiracy theory episode.
Oh, really?
With my friend James.
A crazy one the other day. It was that in the background of the movie Jaws, there's a background actress who's a missing woman that was murdered in the town that Jaws was filmed.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like, because the police reconstructed what she would look like. So much of her body was just like brutally torn apart, and they couldn't identify who it was, but they could use some things to make a composite image of her.
Oh my God.
And then
that's creepy.
It's from the town that Jaws was filmed in, and then in the background of scenes of Jaws, you can see someone who looks like that.
I don't feel good about that.
And like Stephen King's son, I guess, is the one who's bringing it to the forefront. Like, I think they can solve a murder using Jaws.
Oh my God. Yeah, I love that shit. And that's usually where I'll go on YouTube.
Yeah.
I will go down holes like that and I won't stop.
Yeah.
And it's an obsession. But Shane Dawson, like he did you hear about TanaCon?
I did hear about it. I heard about it on like H3H3 on their podcast.
Oh, that. Yeah, I love that channel too.
Yeah.
He did a like 3-part series about that because he's friends with her.
Oh,
so there's actual interview footage of her during that whole time. It's quite interesting. So that's why I respect him in a way.
Yeah.
Like I just hold him to a very high, like, because where he started and where he is now is totally fucking different.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fucking cool. Because I imagine that, like, I just can't imagine being responsible for weekly content, like on, like, podcast is one thing, but like YouTube videos is a whole other thing.
Well, it's like,
tough.
like Rhett and Link.
Oh wait,
yeah.
who?
Like Rhett and Link, their channel's like Good Mythical Morning. They produce a video like 7 days a week now.
Fuck.
Where like
so
they
much.
have like 4 videos a day. They structure it like a TV show pretty much. And then they have their podcast, which they put up on YouTube on Sundays. And then they do like a separate thing on Saturdays. And they have a TV show on YouTube Red.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, it's nuts. And they've been around for a long time,
and the thing is, too, is like these YouTubers are making bank, but like there's not much overnight success. Like I think it takes people a while.
Yeah.
To get there. And even once they get there, like you need to be constantly coming up with new ideas and constantly like changing in a way. And like that must be fucking hard.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And some people like, I mean, it works out so well. Some people, they make the transfer from YouTube to other medias, like Picnic Face out of Halifax. Yeah, I love their videos.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I saw Mark Little do a couple sets like over the past couple weeks around Halifax.
Where is he playing?
He was at
playing. That's not the right word.
He was at. I saw him at Gus's, at Beerley's, and I missed him when he was at Sniggly Wiggly's.
Is Sniggly Wiggly's in the Toothy Moose?
I haven't been there yet. It's the only mic in Halifax I haven't done. Okay. That one and High Life
are
the only 2 that I've never done. but I think it's just downstairs from Toothy Moose.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, because like I kept seeing it and I was like, I don't know where this place is.
I mean, it looks incredible. Everyone who I've talked to about it loves it, and I'm doing one there September 2nd, but it's constantly booked weeks in advance.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, we will plug that shit at the end of this episode.
I was supposed to be on one a couple weeks ago, but I had that Hell's Basement thing that I mentioned. I had to cancel.
Yeah, I actually have a friend who told me about Hell's Basement a while ago, being like, if you ever want to come to New Brunswick and do a live show. And I was just like, I'm not at the live show
That would be
status
really cool,
yet,
though. That'd be
but
really cool.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
Like, the dream would be to do a live show at some point.
And you know what? Like, people would definitely come just because it's, it's something different.
Mm-hmm. Drinking on stage. Bunch of comedians.
Yeah. When I was there, people were lining up before the show even started. I got there, the doors open at 8, and I had to travel, so I got there early. I got there at like 7:50. I was the first one there waiting outside.
Wow.
And people started lining up to watch. People started lining up just to get in. Like, the doors hadn't even opened yet.
That's crazy. Hell's Basement. Sweet. So let's get her going. I've been recording this whole time.
I figured.
I don't know what I'll keep in of that. I like the YouTube talk because I can talk with that shit all day long. It's Brandon Michael, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to say your name wrong.
No, I got put on a poster for a show a couple weeks ago as Brian Michael. As Brian Michaels.
I can understand
actually.
Brendan.
Yeah, Brendan I get all the time.
Yeah, because Brendan and Brandon are pretty
much the same.
Yeah.
But
Brian.
I got put on as Brian Michaels. I was like, hey, close enough.
Wow. Did you? That's hilarious. Oh, man. So, Brian Michaels. So, welcome back to the Intoxicated Podcast, everybody. I'm here with a very special guest, Mr. Brian Michaels.
Hello. It's actually Brendan.
Brandon Michael.
That's it.
No S.
No S.
Welcome to Intoxicated.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, it's a pleasure. So Brandon and I kind of connected on Instagram because I've been reaching out to the local comedian scene, being like, I want comedians on my show because I do a lot of serious stuff and I want to laugh sometimes. So even with the serious stuff with comedians, we can make it funny, right? So
that's the best things to make funny.
Exactly, the serious stuff.
Oh yeah, a couple weeks ago, like a month or two ago, my dog died.
Oh no!
And I did
I'm so sorry.
And so I did a show like 2 days after or 3 days after, and I'm talking to one of my good friends about it, Cannon Kuntz, and we were talking about it, and then he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I said, "Oh, you don't have to apologize." He goes, "Well, I didn't have to poison your dog either."
Oh my god!
But it's like that's exactly what a comedian would say.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're totally right.
Yeah.
It's taking what would normally be like over the line and doing it in a comedic way.
Yeah.
Because comedians see the world through like that lens. And more people should see the fucking world through that lens. Can we all just calm down and stop being so fucking serious all the time? Like, that's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, because even me, like, I get into deep stuff on the show, but it's usually all self-deprecating and honest, but funny. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what life is.
Yeah, there's always like a time and a place to be serious.
Exactly. Like a funeral.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Funerals are weird.
Yeah, funerals generally are pretty serious.
Mm-hmm. Death is not fun. But, so our friend, normally I do like a friendship origin. Let's actually start with what we're drinking. We are drinking Bacardi rum and Coca-Cola as per your request.
Yeah, I don't know why I specifically said Bacardi. It is what I normally get.
I was wondering about that.
It is what I normally get, but I would also literally drink anything.
I feel like that's the perfect person for Intoxicated.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. So, but you did give me two interesting choices. You said either Bacardi and Coke or Jameson and ginger ale.
Yeah, I got weirdly specific.
I know. I very much so appreciate that because oftentimes I will ask guests, what do you want to drink? It's free. Pick what you want within reason. And then people are like, oh, just whatever you want. And I'm like, no, tell me.
Yeah, I was talking to someone at work today, and they said like, oh, so you can just drink anything. I was like,
Within reason.
Well, yeah, and they're like, so you could have asked for like Patron, and I was like, no.
Nah.
It's like I'm not going to put someone in that situation where they're like, what do you want to drink? And I'm like, oh yeah, give me the most expensive thing I can think of.
I know there's always that asterisk to it, like within a certain budget.
Give me a 100-year-old age scotch, please.
I mean, maybe once I'm like making more money, I could start afford. But because I think with something, if I were to drop money on Patron, because usually what happens is like, say we don't finish that rum, like the rest of it is yours. You take it home with you. It's the intoxicated doggy bag.
Oh wow.
But like with a Patron situation, I would be like, no, I'm keeping that.
No kidding.
That's going on the bar.
Yeah.
Like the tequila right there. There is some tequila. And stuff like that. But and then normally we do a friendship origin. So we just met like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Poor Brandon was waiting in my lobby for like 45 minutes.
A very nice guy let me in.
I feel so bad.
I was walking around the mall and I was like, I was there like 3 days ago. And my girlfriend's at a party right now. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to go to the mall and hang out. She took the car, so I took the bus over.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just take the bus over to the mall, hang out for a bit.
Yeah.
And then I got really bored of it quickly because I was there the other day. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go walk around a bit more. So I was here way too early. It's my fault.
I always do that too, though. When I'm like going somewhere new, I will like I will be paranoid about being late. So I'll leave and also too, I find Google Maps is a fucking liar. Like half the time I get to where I'm wanting to go like way earlier. Especially if it's like a Dartmouth thing, it'll tell me it's gonna take you 1.5 hours, and then I'll get there in like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a fucking liar.
Yeah.
Are you do you take the bus a lot?
No. This was the first time I took the bus. Over a year, easy.
Really?
Yeah. Just maybe not over a year, maybe a little bit less than a year. I took it my last semester of school. I took it a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've been out of school. I don't even remember when I finished. I finished in December. Yeah, I finished this past December. So not a year, but.
Yeah, youngin'.
Yeah.
So bring it in for cheers, Brandon. We gotta do a cheers.
Yeah.
It's bad luck if you don't. Yeah, the bus. I fucking hate the bus. I could go on like a 10-minute rant about how terrible the bus is.
The bus, I don't know.
It smells. People are loud.
I don't like the bus either, but it's weird because I love going to another city and I love going on subways.
Oh my God, it's the coolest fucking thing.
Yeah, I go to Montreal a lot and I always, like, I have a Montreal Metro Pass in my wallet right now.
Amazing.
Because I'm just like, I bought one because I'm there so much.
Yeah.
So I go there every few months. So.
Oh, amazing. I've only been there a couple times. And the last time I was there was to see Lady Gaga. And it was
that's cool.
It was in the fucking winter. So we didn't really do too much.
Yeah.
We just kind of, it was so fucking cold that, but I'd like to go back like in the summer or the fall sometime.
A few years ago, I went with a few of my friends. We went to go see Kanye West, which was also in the winter.
Of course.
And I was like, yeah, let's make sure we're there nice and early. Let's wait in line. And then we waited outside in November for like 3 hours.
Fuck.
It was so like.
Did you have ground seating?
That's the worst part. We bought VIP.
You bought VIP tickets to see Kanye West.
I mean, we're already traveling 12 hours.
Might as well.
We might as well.
You know what? That's a good fun.
We might
if
as
you're
well
planning a
ball
trip
out.
around a concert, you might as well.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it wasn't that expensive. It was $220.
That's not too bad.
No. So
I mean, it's not an everyday thing.
No, exactly. But the worst part, so we had these VIP tickets, and then we get inside and we go to the stage, and they're like, "Oh no, VIP has their own section." So we completely did not need to wait. We could have showed up.
Oh my shit.
We could have showed up 5 minutes before the show and still had the same spot.
Oh my God.
And my friends were there saying, like, I hate you for making us
How
wait.
would you not know that when you dropped me $250?
I know we dropped $220, drive 12 hours in a snowstorm, but didn't do the research to see that we had our own section.
I paid $150 for Katy Perry tickets, lower bowl,
Where was this?
in Toronto.
Okay.
And I got upgraded for free to the drop zone, which is right in front of the fucking stage.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky because sometimes they don't sell it outright. They'll just upgrade you.
Yeah. Well, I think because I love this memory because I'll never fucking forget it because it was one of the best nights. Like I saw Taylor Swift and Lady Gaga and I was really far back for those.
Yeah.
And I was still like very much so amazed and it was amazing. But when you're at a show that big with so much production, and Kanye West I imagine is the same, being so close, it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
It's a different feeling than if you were in the upper bowl.
Yeah.
You know?
What I will say is I saw Kanye again in Montreal.
Ooh.
And I bought floor seats again. And if I was to go a third time, I wouldn't get floor seats.
Right.
I was like, you know what? I've done it.
You've
Second
done it,
time, even the second time, I like almost regretted a bit getting floor seats because I'm like,
It's a lot of money.
yeah, I think it was the same price.
So do you so obviously you love his music. Do you like Kanye as a person?
Yeah, I do. I don't know. He's such a complicated guy that
So complicated.
I feel like he's constantly testing like his fans to be like, oh yeah, how loyal are you?
Uh-huh.
Because I'm going to say this, and it's something that anyone sane would totally disagree with.
And I totally think he's smart. Like there's no doubt in my mind that he is a smart guy and he is a talented guy.
Yeah.
But he just says things. He's like Trump. He just says things. But Trump is obviously a fucking idiot.
He's definitely not as I wouldn't say he's as bad as Trump.
No.
But he's definitely not he's definitely not without fault.
No.
Yeah.
I think he's getting better.
Yeah,
I think he used to be a lot worse. I think settling down and getting a wife and kids toned him down a smidge, you know?
Yeah.
But I do also really like when I kind of like when he's just so serious.
Yeah.
Like when he gets laughy and happy looking, I'm like, you're not Kanye. What's going on?
I like it when I love it when he's just super cocky.
Yeah.
Super arrogant.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I just find that so funny.
That's the character that I like.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
For sure. Yeah. A lot of people don't like when like a musician or an athlete or something is cocky. I'm like,
it depends on who it is.
yeah. Depends on the way they do it.
But there's something about owning it that I think I respect.
Yeah, for
that.
sure.
Yeah. So one thing that I was kind of chatting with Brandon before this, and I was trying to get some juice out of him. Well, number one, you have a girlfriend of 3 years. That's congratulations.
Oh, thank you. It's not much of an accomplishment.
How did you guys met on Tinder, right?
Yeah.
So what's the story behind that?
I don't know. It's funny. I like was seeing a girl in high school. We broke up like my second year of university. I went to Tinder, and within like 2 months.
Oh my god!
Within like 2 months, I met Maya, and
wow,
we've been together ever since.
Wow. So what was the like? Did you guys talk on like? This is what I'm fascinated by because you're a Tinder success story, and these are weird. Like these are really rare.
Yeah. And
you don't see this a lot.
Yeah.
Did you message a lot before you went out?
Yeah, definitely. And we like talked on the phone and stuff.
Oh, okay. Before you actually went on a date?
And we were fortunate. We like passed each other in the hallway at school because she also went to SMU. So I was able to just like see her around and be like, oh, hey, you're a real person.
Serendipity.
I'm not being catfished.
Serendipity. That's so cool. Yeah. And so what was the first date like?
We was chill. We just hung out at her place.
You did a Netflix and chill on the first date?
Yeah, I went and hung out in her dorm in like the first day.
Really?
The first time we hung out, yeah.
Okay.
It was like during the school day. I just like had a long break between class and we were just like texting and she was like, hey, do you want to come hang out? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Because I lived like a 20-minute walk from school. So I guess this is way better than walking home.
Walking to a girl's place instead. Yeah. I guess I never thought of it from the lens of Tinder and university because I didn't use it because I'm old. So I didn't use it until I was out of university. But I guess that would make sense. If you're in the same school, why the fuck not meet up in a dorm room?
Yeah, it was super perfect. Like, I don't know. I'm really happy with the way it worked out.
And you guys live together now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's really fucking cool.
We moved in pretty quickly because she's from New Brunswick.
Yeah.
And so about 6 months in, we were in like a weird phase where we were like hanging out every single day.
Right.
But it's not like we're going to move in together.
Right.
But then the school year ended and she was like, oh, I guess I'm going back to New Brunswick now. And I moved back in with my parents, with my friends, and I was like, hey, if you find a job in Halifax, you could just stay with me and my parents for the summer.
Oh, okay.
And my parents were cool. They were like, yeah, sure. And she found a job pretty quickly. So we're like, oh.
And then you get your own apartment together.
Yeah. And then just we lived with my parents for a little while for the first semester of the next year. And then we got an apartment.
Bitchin'. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job on the girlfriend.
That's... I'm happy with it.
That's amazing. And so, anxiety.
Yeah.
There's no easy transition into anxiety.
I feel like most comedians have anxiety, depression.
Do you think?
Oh, yeah. It's like, it's a big thing. Definitely. A lot of comedians have that anxiety, depression.
When did it start? When did you start realizing that you had it?
About maybe 2 years ago. I think I've had it for a longer time, and I just kind of wrote it off, but it got a lot worse like 2 years ago. I was in Ohio, visiting Maya's family, and there's just a point where I like didn't want to leave the bedroom that we were staying in. And I was like, this is really crazy. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm super nervous. And then I like called my mom, talked to my mom, and I just kind of worked it. I was like, yeah, I think like this is probably just like a panic attack. And then I started to notice more and more things. Like I would like be in situations where my heart would race, be super nervous. Like I have to check 30 different things in my apartment before I leave. I have to like check if the stove and water is off like 5 times.
I feel that so hard.
Like I haven't cooked at all today, but I still have to go check and make sure it's off and check and make sure yeah.
Do you ever leave your apartment and then literally come back to see if things are turned off? Because I've done that.
I'm super lucky that like I'm not the one who I leave first in the morning.
Oh, okay. So you can just text.
I can just be so fortunate just to like put in the back of my head like, okay, Maya took care of it. Also,
that's so true.
Yeah, I started taking like I literally went to the doctor and like got like medication.
Ooh.
So that helps definitely.
That probably really helps.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I just think it's such a common fucking thing. And you're right. I feel like people don't actually, they're not going there in their mind saying, like, this is anxiety. Like, they make excuses for it almost.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I moved a lot as a kid, too.
Oh.
Well, a lot. I mean, I moved from Quebec to Alberta to Nova Scotia.
Right.
So.
Those are big moves, though.
Yeah. There was always nervousness associated with that. So could write it off as, oh,
I'm in
a new
moving.
Place. Like, it's nerve wracking.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
And so so you have to check things when you leave the apartment. Is there any other ways that it manifests like outside of the apartment? Like are you someone who likes crowds? Obviously you're a stand-up comedian. By the way, I didn't fucking mention that. Brandon's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, no, actually I don't like it's weird because I like performing in front of a crowd because I'm like more in control, I guess. I don't know if that is why I like performing, but a social situation like a party, not super into it.
Oh, I hate parties.
Yeah, not super into parties.
I would almost rather. It's a weird thing because you hear people say like, I just don't like crowds. Like I'm just not a crowd person. And I wouldn't so much say that, but I would say like, there's just certain situations that I prefer. Going to a big stadium concert, I really don't mind at all.
Yeah.
But going to a house party is fucking nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a couple weeks ago, I was doing a show in Moncton, and I drove up with one of my friends who's also a comic, and it's so strange because getting in front of the crowd, doing my entire set, not nervous at all. Then he goes, oh, hey, by the way, some of my friends are having a party. And he was driving me. He's like, some of my friends are having a party. Do you mind if we stop by for a drink afterwards? And I was like, no, I don't mind. Because like I was super grateful that he drove me,
Right.
but I was also like that put anxiety in me.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then you almost go back to like that high school state of mind of like, I'm walking into a room and I don't know anyone.
Yeah,
It's nerve-wracking.
also in that situation, I'd probably gone. I ran out of my medication.
Oh no, yeah.
So I was like a week without it, and then like I'm in a new city and. One of my friends was like, hey,
Come to this place
come
and
to
drink.
this party. And I told him too. I was like, yeah, man. Like, if I said no, he totally would have understood. He's like the best.
Right.
He's like the best guy ever. But I also would never be like, no, dude, I don't think I want to.
Yeah. No, you get in your own head, I think.
Yeah.
In situations like that. And you're like, yeah, it's kind of like an obligation.
Yeah, we didn't even end up going.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, parties are, and this is my thing with it. I have social anxiety, like, because I'm very sociable and like I'm fairly good with people, but if I'm going to a place alone, that makes me so nervous. I haven't even gone to the fucking movies by myself yet.
I don't think I've ever gone to the movies by myself.
I've never done it.
I'm going to a concert by myself soon, which is going to be strange.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to see. I bought my ticket last night for Jack White.
I saw that. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And I was sitting next to my girlfriend. And I was like, "Do you want to go?" And she was like, "I don't really know enough of Jack White or the White Stripes
Right.
to justify spending money on a ticket." And I was like, "Okay, that's
And
fair."
Concert tickets are so pricey now.
Yeah. And then I texted my friends. I was like, "Do like any of you want to go?" And I'm sitting there waiting for them to get back. I'm so impatient that I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go.
You know what? I've been in those situations before where it's like concert tickets are on sale and they're gonna go fast, so you need to make a decision. I always buy two
Yeah, realistically I should have bought two.
because you could probably find someone.
Oh, definitely find someone.
Yeah. And like more than likely that person's gonna pay you for it.
Yeah.
But concerts are fucking pricey.
Yeah, they're
not
super
like
expensive.
I dropped how much did it was $80. Was it 80? Yeah, I think it was $80 to go see Aqua.
That should not be $80.
But it was fourth row.
Fourth row at Aqua could maybe be $80.
There was a difference of, I think,
How long ago was this?
$30. No, like they haven't played yet. Like it's in September.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in September. So what happened was like I saw it's Aqua, Prozac, and I think what's her fucking name? Is it Wigfield? I might not be saying that right. She's the girl who sings Saturday Night. You might not know it. You're too young.
No, I know Aqua, but I don't know the other two.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know Prozac?
No, and
Oh,
I don't
no.
know. I actually do listen to a lot of music that's definitely before my time, but
Yeah.
I don't know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Prozac. I'll have to send you some
Yeah.
Prozac because it's actually quite fantastic. But yeah, I had a moment of when I was buying those tickets where I had a couple friends in mind who I knew could probably go with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't really want to buy 3 because that's a lot. Like, that's a lot of money for me to drop right away. So I bought 2. And then I had 2 friends kind of fight over the ticket. I was like, well,
3.
yeah, and I should have. But,
It's just a lot of money
It's
to
a lot of
spend.
money.
It's so much money to spend. I don't know.
and that's one thing that makes me anxious is fucking putting money on my
Oh
credit
my
card.
God. Money is like one of the biggest things that's just like,
Man.
just freaks me out. Spending money just freaks me out.
Oh, dude, I know. And credit cards in particular.
Yeah.
Um,
Credit cards, student loans, things like that.
Yeah, it's a constant source of stress. One of the things that happened today that I was like, I want to talk about this on the podcast. And in regards to anxiety, I am absolutely petrified of cars.
Okay.
So I'm a pedestrian. I don't have a car, so I walk around the city. I take the bus all the time. And I am just like convinced that I'm gonna die by being hit by a car. And it's such an unnecessary fear. So unnecessary. Like, what are the chances that that's gonna happen? But here in Halifax, the drivers are fucking crazy. And especially at the mall here. Like there's this intersection up by the mall that
that would be a whole.
I call it Death Alley.
Is it the one like where you cross over from like
Mumford.
Walmart and to get towards the mall? Yeah, that's horrible.
Because the thing is like I'm the type to, if I see just a marked crosswalk near me, but then I see a set of lights like a little bit further up, I will walk to the lights because I feel a little bit safer at the lights. I know this is a ridiculous fear. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. So if I see that it's not that far, I will walk to lights. But even when you have a walk sign, people are turning left or, right on red or whatever it is, and they don't fucking look and they almost hit you. And the amounts of times that I've almost been hit by a car, I'm just like, this is how I'm going to die. I just know it. Today, I was walking to Long and McQuaid and I was crossing at a marked crosswalk and I stopped because I'm very aware of my surroundings because I have crazy anxiety about it. So I'm always doing this. Like everywhere I go, I'm looking. Yeah. I'm looking. I'm like, who's going to hit me today? And I stopped at a crosswalk, came to a full stop, and I don't cross until I see the cars on either lane stopping.
Yeah.
Because this guy might stop, but the guy coming this way
might not.
So I don't walk out right away. And I also do that because I know drivers fucking hate that. So I'm there stopped, and then I see a car come up and she stops for me. And then I see a red truck come in and he doesn't look like he's slowing down. So I stay where I am. And then she starts honking. Okay. Like honking her horn really loudly at like what I thought was at me.
Yeah.
The car eventually drives by and I was free to walk. And as I'm walking, I'm like kind of looking because she was still honking. And I had headphones in. That's another thing about me. If I'm ever outside in the world, I have headphones in and I don't want to talk to other humans.
Yeah, that's fair. That's completely understandable.
Like I'm a people person when I'm in a place.
And your own confines.
Exactly. But when I'm out like walking places, like
who wants to talk to people like in public?
Oh my God, it's the worst.
Yeah.
And like people have told me, they're like, I've seen you when you're out walking and I was like yelling your name and waving at you and you didn't see me. Because I have blinders on.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk to people like when I run into people that I know in public. I don't even want to talk to them then. I know, right? You feel like you have to force small talk. Yeah, if it's a certain, unless it's someone I'm really close to, but if someone I'm not close to, I don't want to talk. I don't want to make small talk with someone. Because you have to, I overanalyze everything. I'm like, all right, when's the right moment to leave? And then I leave and I'm like, did I keep them talking for too long? Did I not talk long enough?
I know. Did I ask enough questions? Did I seem cool enough? I know, it's such a whole fucking thing. Yeah. I will sometimes, like, if I see someone that I kind of know, I will avoid it. Like, if they don't see me, I will try to, like...
I've totally done that recently.
I will try to avoid it.
I was out shopping with my girlfriend and I saw someone that I knew and I'm just like, I'm not getting into a conversation with this person. I'm going to completely go walk to the opposite end of where we were and just peek around. When they leave, I'll go back to what I was doing.
Yep. And it's nothing against them. I love them. If that person was to Facebook message me or text me, like I would talk to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what it is.
No, I would help these people out in a bind. Like,
100%.
There's people that I would help move.
Yeah.
That I don't want to talk to or see in public.
Yeah, it's this social contract that we feel we have to do, and it's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
But the crosswalk, so...
Oh, yeah, right, sorry.
Oh, yeah, that was okay. Tangent Town, that's what Intox... Oh, by the way, this is the bell. Ding, ding. The bell is for... If it's two things. If you really agree with a point, you can ding it.
Nice.
And then also, like, if something gets zanged or burned... you can ding it. So, like, if there's a good joke, you can ding it.
Okay, I'll probably forget about it. I'm not going to.
People, it takes a while to warm up to the bell, but it's a lot of fun. But yeah, so she's honking as I'm crossing, and I had headphones in, so I saw that she was, like, rolled down her window and was, like, kind of yelling out the window, and I was like, what is happening here? What did I do? And immediately in my mind, I went to, I'm at a crosswalk though. This is my safe time to walk. What did I do wrong? And I take my earphones out. And I'm still crossing the street and like looking at her. And she goes, I was honking at him to stop. Like the other guy who drove through. And I was just like, what? Who does that? That was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. Because she was kind of had an angry tone.
Yeah.
And like, I know, like even hearing what she said, my anxious brain goes to say something back, and I say, sorry.
Sorry for misunderstanding.
I'm sorry.
I would be the same way.
I apologize for a lot of things.
Oh, situations like that like freak me out.
It was
even
like,
when I'm
I
not
was
involved.
rattled.
Yeah.
I was actually like, I had to like take a moment to like take a couple deep breaths because I was just like, what just happened? Like, that was the weirdest thing. She was being nice, but like, don't honk your horn. Like, I don't know. Honking your horn is not going to make the other car slow down, I don't think.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest fucking thing.
No, I saw just like a couple days ago, I saw someone in Bears Lake just get out of their car and start yelling at someone about like a driving mistake. And it made me so uncomfortable. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Part of the reason why I don't think I'll ever own a car.
Do you have your license?
I do.
Yeah.
But I think I'd rather do like a car share type of situation.
Yeah.
I just don't want to deal I just don't like driving either. I'm a really nervous driver.
Yeah.
I'm a nervous pedestrian too. I'm just nervous all around.
Am I good to just go grab another drink, by the way?
No, you're only allowed one.
Oh, perfect.
I'm just joking. Go get
Okay, but there won't be dead air, right?
No. So what's it like being a comedian with anxiety and having to get up in front of a crowd?
It's so weird because the anxiety that really bothers me is super different from when I feel nervous to get on stage.
Right.
When I'm nervous to get up to like go up, the only thing I ever really get nervous about is like, oh God, what if I forget my jokes?
Oh,
and it's so stupid because
no, I don't blame you.
I do these things like three times a week mostly. And I'm like, oh God, what if I forget the thing that I've been reciting for the past few months?
I don't blame you at all. Because when you do jokes, like, and I don't know how, it's probably different for everyone, but do you write them out on your phone or something? What's your process like?
It depends. Typically, sometimes I just sit down and I'm like, all right, I just need to try and write.
Right.
And just like try and come up with ideas from fresh. But a lot of times I'll just be doing something, think of something, write down the idea on my phone, and then later I come back to it and try and write jokes around that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely most of the time I'll just be doing something, come up with something, write it on my phone, and then come back to it.
Crazy. I mean, that makes, and then do you workshop things? Like, do you kind of test them out on people?
Yeah, my girlfriend and my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be so fun.
Those are the two big ones.
Yeah. And then if you get their seal of approval, it goes into the show.
Yeah, sometimes I don't even. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try it anyway. There's one joke that I have, and like my girlfriend has told me so many, like Maya keeps telling me, she's like, you know, I just don't think it's that good. And I'm like, she said that, and like, she doesn't say it in a mean way, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just keep doing it.
I mean, but like, that's the thing, like maybe that joke, and that's the thing about jokes, I find, like you need to hit the right audience for it.
Yeah.
So like maybe the audience is not necessarily her.
Oh, and it doesn't work every time.
No.
Like for sure, this joke, the crowd has to be really on board with it.
Right.
Basically, it's like when I open, I'll just tell you what it is. Basically, when I open, a lot of times, like I'm sure you've seen people be like, all right, and give a round of applause for your host.
Right. They like say something about the person who was before.
Yeah, they'll do that. Be like, all right, round of applause for the host. But also I'll do that, and then I'll be like, all right, round of applause for the comics you've seen. And I'll be like, all right, round of applause for the comics you're going to see. And I'll just keep going like on and on and on with it. To the point where like people get really like Like,
a round of applause for the bartenders.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'd be like, round of applause for the staff. Like, round of applause for yourselves.
Right.
So I'll just keep going on and on with it. And, like, it works
sometimes.
It really has. There's some places where I'll go and just after watching a few people, I'm like, it wouldn't work.
Right.
But when it works well. And one of, like, we were talking about Picnic Face earlier.
Yeah.
One of the guys from Picnic Face saw me do that and, like, complimented it.
Was it Mark?
No, it was Andy.
He's a good friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Andy Bush?
Hey, Andy, if you're listening, I know you're not listening because you hate podcasts, even though you have a podcast.
Yeah, he has one. I see it on his Facebook.
Andy, if you're hearing this, you need to come on Intoxicate. He's refused to come on.
It meant the world to me when he,
that's so
when
nice.
I remember he came up afterwards and said it, and like we had a little conversation, and I was like, that meant so much to me to get like, as it happens sometimes where like a comic you really respect, like you'll get their seal of approval.
That's so sweet.
So I'll just tell Maya, like, you know what?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Andy Bush said it's good.
I mean, and that's the thing about it. Like, and I think, yeah, some crowds it's not going to fly.
No.
But I think the art of comedy, I mean, I'm not a comedian, but just from my perspective, is also like learning how to bomb by not bombing. Like if something's not working, you recover. You just recover from it, you know?
Yeah, and sometimes, and
an
literally sometimes you just can't recover.
Oh, yeah.
I've gone up, like, second time I went up somewhere, I was new and naive, and I went up and thought it'd be funny. Just the crowd was being really dead.
Yeah.
And there was some people who were on before me who were hilarious, like so funny, and they weren't responding to them at all. And I was like, this crowd sucks. So I went up and kind of, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I kind of like insulted them.
Yeah.
And then like
oh, this is rough.
I learned like, oh, that's, you can't dig yourself out of some things. Like,
oh, God.
I bombed and I deserve to, because you don't do that.
I think like you'd have to have a good bomb at least once.
Oh, definitely. I bombed
You know?
like not too long ago at Gus's. Aww. I felt so bad. I messaged Andrew, who's coming on tomorrow, because he's the host there.
Oh,
at
Andrew Vaughn.
Gus's.
Yes.
Andrew Vaughn. I messaged him and I was like, man, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry to put you in that situation.
Aww.
Like, he's so nice. He was so cool, buddy. He was like, hey, he's like, it's nothing to apologize about.
Do you get tips from like your comic friends?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Like,
that's probably like that's probably really cool to have, like a community that can give you feedback. And, and like help you. Yeah, not necessarily like, because it's not. I don't necessarily think that it's competition with comedians, right?
No, because there's always room to, like, I don't see, there are guys that are so much funnier than me here in the city. Like, we have so much talent, and like, I don't see them as competition, because I'm like, there's always room for people to be funny. Yep.
And there's different brands of humor.
Yeah, like there's things that people do that I could never do.
Right.
So like, I just completely appreciate it. One of my favorite comics in the city, like, his name's Kyle Burnett.
Okay. Yes, I've heard of him.
I could never pull off what he does, but like, he's just so funny. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Unreal. I could never do what he does, but I love to watch him. I would never view him as competition, because we occupy a different space, I guess you could say.
Different space. And like, I don't think this was on mic, but I was asking you about like, what's your comedy like? Because I've never seen your stand up. I hope to very soon. And you said that you were part of a show that did 7 layers of hell. So from clean to dirty, and you were the cleanest of that group. Yeah. Of that group, you came in at was it first or second?
First.
Oh wow.
I was up right at the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I try not to. I definitely don't want to just go up there and hurt people's feelings.
That's totally fair.
Necessarily, and I also don't want to. This doesn't necessarily have to do with being offensive, but I also don't want to get political, because I do feel like no one wants to hear what a 23-year-old has to say about the world.
I mean, I don't want to get into politics either.
Yeah, it's...
I often say there's like two things I won't cover on the podcast, and it's politics and my work life. Like those are the two things that I will not touch. Everything else I will go over.
Yeah.
But I just feel like with politics is really tricky because like you really gotta know your shit to go there, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, I have a degree, like my degree from SMU's in criminology.
Oh, fucking A. That's amazing.
And even then, like, I don't feel like enough of an expert to talk about something about that on stage.
Right.
Like, I don't feel like a good enough expert to go and talk about like the justice system on stage.
Right.
So that's why I keep things really personal to me.
That's totally, you know what? I respect that a lot because I think a lot of people who go to comedy shows and people listening to comedy, they do it to escape those things. Because we're constantly fucking hearing about politics in the news and shit. And a lot of us just want to go and fucking laugh.
Yeah.
Like, I personally happen to love, like, dirty comedy.
You're gonna love Andrew.
I can't wait.
You're gonna love Andrew.
But I love self-deprecating, dirty, vulgar comedy.
Yeah.
Because and then like in terms of females in comedy, which I hate that I even just said that, but it is a thing. But like people tend to like, oh well, female comedians just talk about sex. And I was just
I hate that.
Male comedians talk about it too. We're all talking about it.
I hate that.
And it works because it's good and it's what people relate to.
Yeah,
so who fucking cares?
I hate that stereotype that like,
oh yeah,
that there's that female comedians are all the same or anything negative to hear about female comedians. I just like don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
I'm like there are so
ding,
many.
Ding. First ding in the neck.
There are so many incredible female comedians.
Oh, it's insane.
It's like
if
you think there's no good female comedians or that female comedy isn't for you, then like you just haven't looked hard enough. Then you haven't given it more of a chance.
I just genuinely feel there are more criticized. They are
definitely
looked upon with a bigger critical lens in a way. Like, and it's such a fucking shame.
Yeah.
Because actually the first comedian I've ever had on, you're the second, welcome, was Heidi Brander, who I love so much. Like I saw one of her sets, and it's weird because when I started the podcast, I was like, ooh, Heidi Brander is my end goal guest. And then I've already had her on, so I need another end goal guest now. But like I saw one of her shows and she's very self-deprecating, just like I am. So like I really identified with it. Yeah. And I actually just like tweeted her just being like, do you want to come on? And she's like, yeah, absolutely. And I was just like, fuck yeah. Like this is amazing. But it's a shame because it doesn't feel like there's a lot of female comedians in Halifax though.
No, there's not enough. That's for sure.
Which really sucks.
I don't know. I don't want to forget people, but I can think of like, off the top of my head, I can think of like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see names. Yeah. I see names like, cause I kind of Insta stalk everybody.
Yeah.
But usually when I see a show lineup of like, let's say that there's a lineup of like 4 comedians, it's maybe 1 female.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to someone who runs a show recently, and they were saying like, I would love to have an all-female night. Oh, actually, Rick, who does High Life, he just did a all-female show.
Amazing. Yeah. See, but like this is it. Like, I didn't know about that. So like, it also comes in the promotion of these things too.
Yeah.
Because clearly, like, they need to be showcased a bit better. I think, but it is what it, and also too, I think I think that females might be more scared to get into comedy, and I hate saying that, but I do think that might be a thing as well.
Well, I mean,
they might feel a little more scared to do it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's tough because I totally understand why a female would feel intimidated to come into like a space that, because I think a lot of people view comedy as a male thing because like, in Halifax there's way more male comedians. Yeah. So it sucks that someone might feel intimidated to come into that space because it's mostly males.
Yeah. Rather than being like, there's an opportunity here.
Yeah.
Let's perhaps open this up and inspire other women to do it.
Yeah. As we were talking about that, I thought of like 4 more female
there you go.
comedians in
See, there you
Halifax.
go.
Yeah, there's some super, super talented girls in Halifax.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I want to find out about all of them. I'm like I was telling Brennan, I'm like, I need to get out to comedy shows because I need to laugh more. And I genuinely need to start making an effort to go out and see what this fucking city has to offer.
Halifax comedy is like, oh my God, there's so much talent here. Like,
that's amazing.
It's insane the amount of just like pure talent here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
unreal.
People like you're saying you want to have like Travis Lindsay on the podcast and like Dan Henrikin, Andrew Vaughn, like they're all super talented. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Like there's so many more that are just, and there's a lot of guys who, like there's a guy who started a few months after me, and last night he had a spot at Yuck Yucks on like a weekend show, and I was so amazed because that's like, for someone so early to get on,
that's good.
I just had my first weekend spot at Yuck Yucks like a week ago from today.
Amazing. How was it?
Oh, it was so much fun.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But for someone even newer than me to get it, I was like...
That's insane. Yeah. And you said that you did your first comedy show at 15?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was a lot of fun. I had to get a permit to even get into the bar.
Oh my gosh!
An underage performer's permit.
Wow. Fuck.
Yeah.
What was the set like? Do you remember?
I mean, talking about like, honestly, it's funny because it was probably more like edgy than I am now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. And I also feel like some of the stuff I said then just wouldn't fly now. It was funny then because it was a 16-year-old, 15-year-old saying it.
Right.
And now it's like, okay, well.
It'd be funny for you to go back and find those jokes and just give it a try.
I definitely still have them like laying around somewhere. Yeah.
You got to keep those. It's like a time capsule.
I had it on video. Or I still have it on video somewhere. I had it on YouTube, but I deleted it.
Oh my gosh. You should have kept it and just like made it private or something.
Yeah. It's somewhere. It exists still.
What joke have you said that really didn't? Like, have you ever had any jokes that got bad reactions?
Bad as in like no one laughed or people were upset.
Or people were upset.
No, there's one joke I can think of, and it gets a good response about 50% of the time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And then I asked someone for advice last week after my set at Yuck Yucks, and they basically said, like, this specific joke, they're like, I know what you mean by it.
Right.
But I know how other people can interpret it, and I've had people tell me how they interpret it.
Right.
So, and again, it gets into the thing where I don't want to upset anybody.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's definitely not why I like want to do stand-up, is to upset people. Or to be like, oh, I just want to be edgy. I'm definitely not like that.
You want to push the limits a little bit. Right?
Kind of. I mean, it is funny to make someone think like, oh, I didn't think I could laugh about that.
Well, that's what it is. I feel like it's not necessarily about upsetting people, but it's about making people think about things a little differently. Yeah,
like I told you earlier about a joke about like my grandfather being like amputated.
Right.
And then sometimes at the end of that joke, I'll just say like, oh, like that joke didn't get a crazy laugh, but it's a lot funnier if you know that he died on the operating table. And people will say like sometimes people will like really laugh, and other times people are like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
it's 50-50.
It's my grandfather. Like, I'm the one's like, what?
If you're saying it on a stage with a mic in your hand, like you're obviously comfortable enough to do that.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
So like, it's.
Yeah. What do you think of roast battles? Do you watch a lot of those roast? Like the Comedy Central roast battles?
Yeah. Or
I guess they're not roast battles, they're just roasts.
Yeah. No, I watch them. Some of them. Some like. I don't know.
Fucking ruthless.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And some people are so good at it.
I die laughing at it, but I cannot imagine sitting there and being roasted. Like,
yeah, some people are just so good at it too. It's incredible how some people can just make someone laugh about anything.
There was and I know that Pete Davidson is in the news a lot because he's engaged to Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
But there was one that I still think about this, and I'm just like, ooh. And I don't remember who the comedian was who was delivering the joke.
Yeah.
But because in the roast battles, it's like you make fun of the main person, but you also make fun of the other comedians.
Yeah, you make fun of the
I forget who it was. I'll have to find out who it was who roasted. He was talking about Pete Davidson, and he goes, Snoop Dogg and Pete Davidson's dad died in
9/11. Yes.
And he goes, Snoop Dogg has inhaled more smoke than Pete Davidson's dad. And I was just like,
wow.
Oh my God. It
people
stings.
laugh?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And even he kind of laughed.
Yeah. I've only ever seen one where someone didn't laugh and the audience kind of took it too much.
Was it the Amy Schumer? The Steve-O?
Yeah.
Was it that one?
Yeah.
That one didn't really fly, eh?
Yeah, it didn't land land overly well.
That's an example of too soon.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't make fun of dead friends, maybe. And I love Schumer, but
I have a lot of respect for Amy Schumer.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets a bad rap.
I have mixed feel. Like, I used to be way more of a super fan than I am now, but that's only because I heard about something she did recently that really rubbed me the wrong way. And you'll appreciate this because you're, an up and coming comedian on the scene. So imagine getting a really big show. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I know
Have you heard about
exactly.
this?
I know the story. She basically went up and just like
said, "Can I have 5 minutes?"
And then just totally, yeah.
Would you be pissed if you were that comedian?
Yeah. I don't know as much about the story to say for sure, but definitely like
it's douchey.
It would suck to like have someone do that because you don't want them to burn out the crowd. And you don't want them to like.
No.
Yeah, certain things you just don't want to go on after, right? And I don't know, like I've heard stories about other comics doing that. Like I heard a story about Dane Cook going up for like doing the same thing for like 2 hours and just like totally just not doing great. So it's tough.
Fucking Dane Cook. I mean, at the time, I loved him, but
everyone did. Yeah, everyone loved Dane Cook. At the time,
I was obsessed.
At the time, Dane Cook was like the biggest.
Whatever happened to Dane Cook? Do we know? I just kind of fell off.
Yeah, I think he still does like low profile stand up.
Interesting. But with Schumer, it's like when she did that, it was really weird for me because like I've always been such a diehard fan, and I always thought Schumer can do no wrong with me. Like she can, like she's my favorite. I fucking love her. And then I actually like became a fan of the comedian she interrupted. So I was following him on Instagram.
Was it again?
Brendan Sagalow.
Right.
And he has a podcast called Stupid Little Podcast, and it's fucking hilarious, and everyone should check it out. Okay. It's just him just talking about his life by himself. It
sounds like Bill Burr's podcast.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of rambly.
Yeah.
But in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Like, I actually love it. And half the time he's just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just talking. Why are you guys listening to this? It's great. But I actually was a fan of him. And then, like, so I was, like, following the Instagram story of that night when she interrupted him.
Was he mad?
So he actually talked about this on his podcast. And he said that, like, in his mind, when he was on stage, like, imagine you're on stage and, like, Amy fucking Schumer yells your name and goes, "Hey, Brendan, can I have 5 minutes?"
Yeah.
In his mind, he instantly went to, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So he let her on or whatever, and she did her 5 minutes. And he did this right, I think, because there's a lot of ways you could have approached this transition, like, you know, when she's done and you're coming up. He actually made a joke out of it, and he just said, Amy Schumer just Me Too'd me.
Yeah.
And it made the crowd laugh, and then that's how he.
Yeah, that's the right way to handle it, I guess.
Like he made a joke about it, and
But
he
that's
actually
a
wasn't
horrible
as
situation
upset.
to be in.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
because and this was like a show in New York, downtown, like in Manhattan,
Yeah.
where they give like kind of an up and coming person.
Yeah, it was
like
at
15
Caroline's.
minutes.
Yeah.
Caroline's, yeah.
Yeah.
And like this was his, and he like had family that came out to see him.
Yeah.
And all this, and like so it really rubbed me the wrong way. Even though like when he talked about it, he wasn't as upset.
Yeah. It probably worked out pretty well for him.
Yeah.
That he got all this news coverage.
Well,
now,
that's the thing.
people who never would have heard his name are now like, oh, like maybe I'll go check him out.
And it was really funny too because he did a lot of like Instagram posts after that, kind of making fun of it, like saying like Brendan Sagalow, boy interrupted, like memes and stuff.
Yeah.
kind of making fun of the situation. So it did work out in the end, but I still think that was fucking douchey of her.
Yeah. That's
Like to just take an up and coming comedian set 5 minutes out of their 15-minute set.
Yeah, it's especially bad because it's like his up and coming thing, right?
Yeah.
I could understand if it was a show, someone has a spot,
Right.
and then they go in and they get bumped, right?
Right.
That happens.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But
so can
that-
you tell me about this bumping?
I mean, I can't imagine it happens. I've never seen it happen around here.
Oh, okay.
I think people around here are super accommodating to the point where they'll just run a long show.
Right.
Everyone in this scene seems like, in my experience, is super supportive.
Right.
So I think they would
How
just
very Canadian of us.
run. Yeah, definitely. Would just like run a long show rather than like take someone off of it.
Right.
I've heard of it happening once, and it wasn't like it wasn't like a last minute thing. It was saying like, "Hey, we overbooked. We'll put you on the week after instead."
Got you.
Yeah.
So they make up for it somehow.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, in other places, it's definitely to the point where it's just like, sorry, this big name dropped in.
Yeah.
Obviously, the crowd wants to see them.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I just feel like she came from stand up. She should know. Like,
Yeah.
Like that's kind of my thing about it. I'm like, you should know how much this would mean to somebody.
Yeah.
Having this headlining show. Like your face is on like, all these posters around the city.
Yeah, you have like Netflix specials, and
Yeah.
it's also weird to think about. She could have gotten time at any comedy club in New
Right?
York.
I guess she was testing material for SNL, and
Yeah.
that's why she did it.
Yeah, she definitely could have gotten like material time at any comedy club. I was in New York 2 months ago, or no, last month. Sorry.
I love New York.
Oh
So
my god, it was
awesome.
my first time going.
Let's play that game.
What's that?
Gunshots or fireworks?
I don't know.
I think it's just fireworks.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I love that this just happened after talking about anxiety, and now I'm paranoid.
You're shutting the curtains.
Don't shoot me. I mean, that whole Fredericton shooting
Oh my god.
freaked me out beyond belief because this apartment complex is set up in a similar way.
Is it?
Well, where the apartments are kind of facing each other and there's that little walkway there that you can walk in between.
This is a huge complex.
Yeah. There's like 3 buildings and then like this whole street is just apartment central. But
Yeah.
for those who don't, we're going to bring it on down. For those who don't know, for those listening outside of the Maritimes or in the States, there's a nearby province, New Brunswick. There was a shooting in Fredericton that was in an apartment complex, essentially. And the dude was shooting from the top floor of his apartment down at people and killed 4 people. And it's fucking shitty as fuck. And so stuff like that triggers my anxiety.
Oh yeah.
And I get
Understandably so.
paranoid just walking out there now. So.
Yeah. It's horrible.
And people use logic with you too. Like they're just like that'll never happen. And I'm just like, that's what people in Fredericton used to say.
Yeah, it's not a matter of logic.
I know, thank you.
Our anxiety in general is not a matter of logic.
Thank you. Yes, that is so true.
I had people say to me, "How can you have anxiety? You get on stage and talk in front of people." And I'm like, it's so much
It's
more
different.
complicated than that.
Different.
Like,
And I had a cancer scare recently. And when I say cancer scare, like I'll just briefly explain it. Like I I had a biopsy done. And then I had them call me and be like, and it was like this automated system being like, you have an appointment on Thursday at 9:30. And so I'm like, oh, okay, it's just probably to talk about test results.
Yeah.
Or like to go over the test results, which is anxiety provoking as it is.
For sure.
So I go in and then they're like, so you're here for the LEAP procedure, which is a procedure, TMI, but like it's a cervical procedure where they remove cells from your cervix. And I was like, huh? I didn't know about this. I guess they had sent me stuff in the mail that I did not receive, telling me that I had this appointment, and I just like broke down crying. And then so they rescheduled the appointment, whatever. But I was like, I had a really bad day about it. And my friend was just like, Sarah, you're gonna be fine. Like, this is such a normal thing. It fucking happens all the time. Like, the chances are slim that it is anything. And I was just like, you can't. Like, thank you for the reassurance, but that's not how anxiety works. Like,
No.
I'm not going to instantly go to logic in that situation.
No.
I'm going to go to, like, what my chemical reaction is,
Yeah,
which is fear and sadness.
Yeah, you can't expect someone to be logical.
Right?
Like, yeah, you can't. There's nothing logical
It's
about
like saying,
having anxiety.
Calm down to somebody who's like
really angry.
Or like having a breakdown.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
It's not what they want to hear.
No?
This is weird to ask. Can I go to the bathroom?
No.
Okay. I know that means yes, but I wanted to.
Go to the bathroom.
Okay.
What were we talking about? We're talking about anxiety and shit. But
Yeah.
let's get lighter, shall we? So you're in a long-term relationship, 3 years.
Yeah.
You met on Tinder, so you remember the days of Tinder.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were only on Tinder for like 2 months, though.
Yeah, I had a short run.
What was it like when you were on it? How did you find it from a guy's perspective? In terms of the girls that you would see on there?
Honestly,
not that bad, maybe?
I don't really remember. I don't remember having any like distinct feelings necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just like, it's just the thing that I do.
Yeah, it was like
swipes.
like everyone was using it. Like
right.
Everyone. One of my friends that I was living with had a girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he was still using it, and not even like and like not
I
in like
hate people who do that.
Not even this is the kind of like it's not even like it wasn't in cheating kind of way. He was literally just the type of guy who loves to mess with people. So he would just do it to have fun conversations.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like,
which I've done too.
Yeah, like
I have fucked with people on Tinder many
times. He'll do it on like Halifax Metro buy and sell.
Oh, really?
Like he's that kind of guy who just finds something. It's like I've done that too so many times.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I've
just
done,
to troll.
Oh, like I know I shouldn't do it, but it can be just so much fun. So
why don't we have some fun with this then?
Okay.
Because I haven't been on the app recently. I've kind of just been in a lull. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not even gonna look at what you're seeing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hand this over, and you remember, you go left for nope,
left for no.
So right is
yep.
right.
Yeah.
Never go up unless you get my permission.
Yeah.
That's a super like.
You can't use too many of those. They didn't have those back in my day.
And I always accidentally super like people, and it's so fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, because they find out, don't they?
But also the guys who, because when you'll come across a guy, if he has super liked me, it'll be in blue, a blue outline.
Okay.
So if that happens, take notice of the type of men that super like me. There is a common
theme.
Yeah, it's all really bad. So I'm going to hand this over to you.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you swipe whatever way you, because I don't give a shit.
Whatever way I feel.
Whatever way you feel, you can make fun of them if you
like
want.
Matchmaker.
And take a look at the bios too. Do you remember how to do that?
Do I just like...
I think there's like a little info button.
Oh, okay, I see it.
So if there's a particularly douchey profile.
This guy doesn't have a bio.
So.
He's a picture with what looks to be his child.
Oh,
definitely his child. He's got multiple pictures with him and driving.
But no bio.
And he's got pictures while driving.
That's not safe.
And pictures with his child while driving.
Oh my god.
So So he's not a good father.
Oh man.
I'll say that right off the bat. So that's a nope.
Here's my thing about the dad thing. Put it in there, just a little blurb.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a kid in your pictures, at least have a bio.
And at least confirm that it's yours.
Yeah. This is my I'm in the Big Brother program.
Or this is my niece or nephew.
Yeah. This guy's has a black and white picture. He's wearing a hoodie with no shirt underneath. That's an instant no.
It's real bad.
Oh.
What do you got?
This guy, I was intrigued by his pictures. I didn't think that I didn't like him.
Okay.
And then I started reading his bio.
Okay, what's the bio?
Tinder, clean eating only. Me, just worked all day. I'm getting 6 double cheeseburgers, 3 fries, and 2 Cokes. Tinder, I hike it. Okay, this isn't that as bad as I thought. I hike and go to the gym every day. Me, how the hell do you pay your bills and mortgage? Tinder, I'm a model, as you can see from my pictures. Me, so you pay someone to take half-naked photos of you and that makes you a model. I love Tinder.
What? I don't really get it, but okay.
One of his pictures is a meme.
Oh, great. Okay.
No, that's
Don't
a no.
post a meme unless you're in the meme.
2 of his pictures are a meme.
Oh, that's what memes were they?
They're gone now, but
were they well-known ones?
No, they were just like ones that are like Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Twitter things.
Fuck.
Yeah. This
God damn
guy's got a do you like piercings?
Where are
This
the
guy-
piercings?
Here's another meme. This guy's got
for
another
fuck's
meme,
sakes.
but this is a horse meme.
Oh God.
I'm just looking for a stable relationship. Kind of tired. I like this. Kind of tired of horsing around, TVH. Need a main chick, a ride or die. This guy. Okay.
So funniness is important to me, but they gotta be hot.
No, this. Let's see. This guy's got no bio. It's a no.
How many pictures?
Oh, I see someone I know.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Describe them to me in an honest way.
In an honest way.
Do you know this person well?
He's a comedian. Here, I'll give you the phone. I'm not gonna say their name.
Okay.
Super funny comedian.
Yeah.
I haven't met him a ton of times, but super funny comedian who
Give me a super
who's actually like he's pretty successful in comedy.
Okay.
I know he travels and does comedy.
Okay, I'm gonna give a like.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Should I send a message? Okay, this is a fucking perfect goddamn situation because I have you here with me.
Okay.
What would be a good message to send? And let's be honest, people, we're about an hour and 20 in. If you're listening to this, you deserve to hear it. So,
I'm honestly the first thing I thought of was like referencing a specific joke that he has. He would be like, "What the hell?"
that would be so creepy. Would that be creepy in a good way or in a bad way?
It all depends how he takes it, I guess.
Okay. He's actually cute, I gotta say.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Should I just say hey?
Yeah, just play it cool. Just you don't have to open with anything crazy. Especially because I can't even think of anything.
Because it doesn't, I mean, if I were, honestly, even if you weren't here, I would have swiped on him. But there's nothing in here that says he's a comedian, so there's no need. So I'm just going to say, hey, oh shit, bleep that. Bleep that. Sarah, bleep that name. Hey, blank, how's it going?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, just how's it going?
I'm a cool girl.
And when you say how's it going, that's what people assume, right?
That I'm a cool girl?
Yeah. People aren't like, oh, she said how's it going? She's not cool. They're like, oh, how's it going? That's not trying too hard.
There, I sent the message.
There you
I've
go.
already done more effort on this fucking app than I've done in many weeks. Back to swipe.
I was so hoping that I would see someone that I knew. I wasn't expecting it to be a comic, but
Well, now you gotta put
that's
in a
cool.
good word for me if you see him.
This guy's a lot of pictures. Oh, he's in the Coast Guard. Oh, I'm not gonna say his name.
This is just exposing people with Sarah and Brandon.
Yeah, I gave him a like. Oh, he liked you too.
Oh, woo!
Keep swiping. I'm an easygoing guy. That lets me know that you're not easygoing.
I know. I hate that.
Who likes to laugh. And
Easygoing
enjoy
people
myself
shouldn't have
with
to
good
admit it.
company. I like to stay positive no matter what life throws at me. Things I like.
Ooh,
This doesn't let me know anything about him.
what does he like?
Honesty, beach, not beaches. He likes beach. Nature, traveling, tasty food, whiskey, sports, and music. So basically things that most people like.
Yeah. Hang on, go back over those items again.
Honesty, beach, nature, traveling, tasty food, whiskey, sports, and music.
Okay, so what I've been seeing a lot on Tinder is an influx of guys who are like adventure seekers. So they'll write in their bio like, I like to go camping and kayaking and rock climbing and biking.
Right.
And I'm just like, this is all very intense. So there's an aspect of that I like because I can relate to all those things. But also you're right. Yeah, everybody likes those things.
Said no.
I love beach.
He said he likes... this guy's got a picture of his car, and it's a Mazda. That's a no. And he has his height in his bio.
What's the height?
6 foot.
Okay.
So, like, it's not crazy.
I have no concept of height, really. Or, like, what would make a good height.
I don't get why he would put his height in a picture of his car. If it's like...
Is it just the car? Is there any other pictures of him?
No, there's pictures of him. He wasn't anything outrageous.
Right.
But this guy's name is Benoit.
Benoit. Some guys are just very generic and boring.
See, this guy says he attended St. Mary's University, but I don't believe him.
No. Doesn't look like a SMU person.
Doesn't look like an anything person. Not to be mean. Why does it say this guy's 5,460 kilometers away?
Because probably he was in Halifax like yesterday.
Oh, I said no.
And you get these guys that like are like in town for like a half a day, and they just want to get some.
Yeah, this guy's way too old for you.
I mean, is he though?
He's gone now. But this guy's Spencer. He looks nice, but he has a picture of a motorcycle. That's one strike.
Okay, are all the other pictures okay?
He has 2 pictures of the motorcycle. He likes the outdoors and traveling.
Okay.
Naturally. Hockey is his favorite sport. Do you like hockey?
Not really.
Not really. He's looking to meet people, and if something evolves, great. If not, friends are good too. That's what his bio says. He's optimistic. I'll give him a yes.
Okay. That's just
it's
so
a match.
generic. Oh, is it okay?
I'm pretty sure that was just an advertisement.
I have been in like periods of my life where I have swiped right on the ads by mistake.
This guy's okay. No,
because I'm just like validation, and then swipe right in an ad.
This person's bio is all I can say is that I'm an easygoing person. I don't believe that anyone who's easygoing calls himself easygoing.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
This guy I like.
Okay.
But he has no bio.
Okay, what are the pictures like? For those, well, obviously, this is not a visual podcast. I'm like, for those who can't see us, I'm like, just us.
For those who can't see the phone, Ryan answered.
I can't see what Brandon's seen.
Blank answered.
Oh.
The guy I know.
What did he say?
He said, not too shabbily.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
This guy has a picture. This guy has a picture where he's smiling, and he says, only smiling because I see a dog. I'll give him a like.
I like that. That's cute.
Raymond. Sorry, Raymond. I don't think you're my type. Oh, comic friend answered again.
Ooh.
Should I read what he said? He said, do you get more comments about the WW, Wonder Woman, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Costume or the wiener?
I love it because I've ranted about this on the show. I get more comments about so on my Tinder profile, I have Wonder Woman cosplay, but it's not even really a cosplay picture. It's just a selfie with me in a Wonder Woman costume. But I also have the picture of me. Uh-oh. What?
Sorry.
What?
This guy's bio is dirty old construction worker from Cape Breton. I'm 5'10" and not a fan of eels. Ah ha 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 ha.
What? West.
Why is that something as
Hang on, what are the pictures like?
a selfie in a car, selfie with a beer, selfie with a dog?
Is he like from what do you think he's attractive?
He's not ugly. I mean, like he's just like a normal looking guy.
But if he's in Cape Breton, I have no use for you. You need to be here. So that's a no. But no, I have a picture of like me in a hot dog costume underneath a hot dog sign.
Oh,
being
okay.
like hot buns here.
Oh, okay.
And so like I put that on Tinder to be like, I'm funny. But it results in a lot of messages of guys being like, oh.
Yeah.
I bet you could use a wiener. And like they think that they're so they think
Clever.
they're so funny, but like really it's just unoriginal.
Ugh,
So I kind of like that he was like, what picture gets you more comments?
Yeah, I like to think he's more clever than
I like that.
resorting to a hacky joke like that. This guy's like tall, guys. This guy's 6'4".
I mean, that's pretty tall. I'm very short, but I feel like guys don't care as much about height.
He enjoys traveling, hiking with his pup, and taking in all forms of live entertainment.
Ooh.
I like this guy.
Okay, yeah, give a like.
It's a match.
Woohoo! Should we write back to blank?
Let him sweat.
I like that. I like that.
This guy specifies in his bio that he has air conditioning.
I like it.
It's actually wow, he has red hair and blue eyes. And he rates, has the rarest hair/eye color combination in the world.
Did he write that or do you just know that?
No, he wrote that.
Can you imagine if you just
Can I say his name? Because I don't
Yeah.
think it suits him. His name is Andre. I don't think that suits a red hair guy.
No.
Should be like Spencer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a weird one.
Oh, you guys liked each other.
Is this fun for you right now?
Kind of, yeah.
Is it eye-opening a little bit?
I never thought that. I mean, I always just figured that girls didn't have it very easy on Tinder.
I mean, it depends on what you mean by easy.
Like, I always assume that, like, there's a lot of people who... It's like, this guy had in his bio, he's gone now, but he had in his bio, let's make out.
Yeah.
I'm like...
So that's the thing. If you're looking at the quality of profiles, I would say it is like 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. I think that there's more bad profiles than good profiles.
Yeah. This guy's definitely put too much information.
Like wrote a novel?
Yeah. 5'11", non-smoker. Francais/Anglais. Pros, stable job with good revenue. Never been addicted to drugs. I don't live with my mom.
Very good.
Cons.
Uh-oh.
I'm not David Beckham. My banana chocolate bread will wreck your diet. I rarely message first on Tinder.
Oh, of course. Oh, I mean, that's fair, though.
But he's
I get that.
handsome.
Okay, give a like.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm putting all my trust in you right
He
now.
was actually pretty, like...
This could be my future boyfriend.
He was handsome.
Okay. I trust you.
Food, Netflix, chillin', life liver/lover, brain teasers, and challenging conversations. He's got something that appears that he's in a studio.
Okay. Like a recording studio?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, oh, you guys liked each other. Also, blank messaged
Okay,
again.
let's go back to the messaging. Let's go
Yeah.
back. Okay.
He said, legit question, don't worry, this isn't leading to a cheesy hot dog bit.
I love it! Should I be like, you're on a podcast right now?
I genuinely think I don't know.
Oh, you know him more than I do.
And still, I've only met him a few times. He's been a fantastic person every time I've met him, but...
I'm gonna write back, okay. Ha 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 ha. I give him a couple has.
Yeah. The more has, the better.
I'm gonna say definitely the hot dog costume, but I left out the word dog there, so it just said hot costume. No, Sarah, hot dog costume. But I've left it up so people think I'm funny.
Yeah, sure. Definitely the hot dog costume. Yeah, I've left it up so people think I'm funny.
No, I don't like that.
People think I have a sense of humor, or just not with the funny thing at all?
I don't know. See, here's the thing. I'm super self-deprecating, and I don't know how men take that sometimes.
I left it up to spark conversation.
To spark.
And
I'm just gonna.
And it's working.
You know. I'm just gonna write definitely the hot dog costume and leave it at that.
Yeah.
How's your night?
Less is more.
How's your night? Look at me go. I'm sending some texts.
I wonder what he's doing right now.
We'll do a couple more swipies.
Yeah, a couple more of these.
Because it's fun, right?
I'm enjoying myself. I don't get to...
It's entertaining to see how...
Carpentry, university
present.
educated. See, that's a good thing to put in there, that he does carpentry, but he's also university educated.
Yep.
So, you learn about him. Rock and roll. Rock and roll.
He put that as one of his interests.
He didn't even specify that as an interest. He just wrote rock and roll. This is carpentry, comma, university educated, comma, coffee, comma, rock and roll, comma, cooking, comma, furniture building, comma, reading, comma, drinks, comma, 420 friendly.
Right. Okay. I don't know.
Oh, definitely no.
Uh-oh. Why is it a definitely no?
Just every single picture is a selfie.
Ugh. And you know what? I have some sympathy because I have a lot of selfies as well. But I feel like it's more socially acceptable with girls to have selfies.
Well, the bio is also just construction. He has nothing interesting to say about himself other than that he works construction. Nothing against construction.
That's ridiculous.
A lot of my family works construction. But
it's a little bizarre. It's a little boring. I can't relate to you, you know.
This guy has a bio. He says, what do you call a fly with no wings? And then he never answers it in the rest of his bio.
I don't.
I bet you he wants people to match and then message him and be like, so what do you call a fly with no wings?
I need to know. What is a fly without a wing?
Ooh, this is mean, but Lenny's eyes are a little bit too far apart.
What's he like otherwise?
He was gone too fast for me to get any
it was
read
just
on
like
him.
an instant no.
Yeah.
I mean, there is an aspect of Tinder.
You don't want to
that's
date a
good.
guy who has to get specialty made glasses. This guy's got his hat. Whoa! I didn't know you could put like videos as a picture, as like one of your pictures now, or like a boomerang type.
You can, yeah.
Situation.
And it's very interesting to see guys do that and see what they choose as their boomerang.
He is jumping into the water.
That's pretty cool.
But he put his likes and dislikes, and one of his dislikes is eggplant. This guy hates eggplant.
What are the other likes and dislikes?
Like sports, basketball, tennis, softball, music,
Too many sports.
hip hop and R&B mostly, food, sushi, pizza, McMac Tavern, just the entire restaurant.
Wow.
Driving, Call of Duty, movies, sleeping in, dislikes, bad drivers, eggplant, traffic, and waking up early. Eggplant is the only thing in his bio that's unique.
What the heck? What's the hot level? Or handsome level?
I said no.
Okay.
He wasn't handsome enough to warrant liking, despite the fact that he put eggplant in his bio.
Eggplant. That's so random. Oh, Tinder.
Now this guy I like.
Okay, let's hear about him.
In the process of catching a fish, working out for that topless photo, growing a beard, getting a dog, finding an Asian baby and saying it's not mine. Pictures to follow. And then he wrote, taller than my mom. His first picture is him with his hand like this, like upset.
Okay.
And the cap and like the text on it says this app.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I like
Why are we here? We all hate this fucking thing. Why aren't we being honest about this?
This guy's name is Dong.
Don?
Dong.
D-O-N-G.
Yeah. He doesn't have
Dong!
he doesn't have enough pictures. Ooh, this guy's got cornrows.
Okay.
And his bio is don't look for the right one, be the right one. He also has a picture that was taken with Snapchat, and he put the caption, blue eyes.
What? That's
He's
weird.
wearing a hoodie that says, I'm so Scotian. That's a no.
Yeah. That's bizarre.
This guy's got no pictures. What is he expecting?
Does he have a bio?
No. He's got nothing, just the name.
Give him a right swipe!
Too late. This guy's got
I'm in a trolley mode now.
multiple pictures flexing.
Yeah, give me maybe
no.
one.
And his body's... I'm not one to judge.
It's not flex worthy, maybe?
Well, no, I could understand if someone does that and they're like a competitive bodybuilder.
Right.
But this is just a casual gym goer. This guy's
the gym. I gotta show it in multiple pictures. Oof.
This guy's main picture is a black and white picture of him flexing, and it says, "It's Friday, looking for someone to hang with. Downtown, drinks, dinner, whatever."
Let me see. Can I actually see this one?
Yeah, go for it. You can have that back now.
It's literally just a chat. So that's.
I've gone through too many. It's just making
have
me
you
sad.
seen a lot of just chests?
Mm-hmm.
It's very off-putting,
Too
right?
many. Yeah, I don't understand why someone would think that would work.
Well, it's okay. Yeah, I feel like if you're really hot, you're gonna show your whole thing. So I'm gonna give that guy a no.
Yeah.
Okay.
If your best feature is your chest, just say something about your face.
Right?
I don't know.
Well, Brandon, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming over.
Thank you for having me.
It was a lot of fun, right? And you gotta come
Yeah,
back.
it was a blast.
So you gotta come back on. You also have to maybe get your girlfriend to come on.
Yeah.
I would also love to do a couples episode, maybe.
Oh my
if you
God.
guys
Yeah,
are
she would
down.
be so happy to do that. I
Like-
would be too.
Like the couples episodes are a lot of fun because I'm obviously struggling.
And we're in no place to give advice.
But I like hearing. But 3 years. That's a Tinder success story for the
No,
ages.
we love each other a lot. We're super happy. But we're in no place to give advice.
Well, I like hearing about couples stories.
Oh.
You know, like the progress, the ups and the downs, how you get through it. I like hearing about love, even though I don't experience it. So
Well, you know.
you never know. Maybe one of these
Yeah,
matches.
you never know. Maybe blank right now.
Maybe blank right now could turn into something.
Maybe one of these
And
guys.
how
that
crazy would it be? And then I would have to go through the whole process of how many dates do I go into this before I tell them
Before
that
I tell
our
you,
first
hey, listen.
conversation was on a podcast.
That your first conversation was on a podcast with someone that he kind of knows?
But he might thank you in the long run
Yeah.
because you vouched for him.
And you know what? He's a better comic than me, so it'd be nice if he owed me one.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, gotta plug your shows. You have an upcoming show?
Oh, geez. I mostly just have mics coming up.
Yeah.
I've got a taping next weekend. There's an Eastlink show being taped that I'm on. I don't know too many details about it.
That's awesome.
It's called Stand and Deliver.
Oh, cool. I've heard of that.
Oh, have you?
I have, yeah. I don't know much about it, but
Me either.
It's familiar to me.
Someone just asked me to be on it, and I was so thrilled. I don't know
Sweet.
when it's coming out or anything. I believe it's just coming out in the fall.
Awesome.
And then, yeah, if anyone listening, they should come to. There's so much good comedy in Halifax. You got
So much.
Monday, you got Gus's Pub. Tuesday, you normally have Oasis, but it's off right now. Beerley's, Yuck Yucks, and Toothy Moose. Wednesday, Yuck Yucks. Freeman's in Fairview, High Life.
I need to start going to the Freeman's one because that's fairly close to me.
Freeman's is fun. Freeman's
Yeah.
is a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah. And did you say that you have a show on September 2nd or something?
September 2nd, I'm going to be at Goofy Moose.
Oh, awesome.
I'll be at Beerley's this upcoming Wednesday. I'll be at the Carlton this upcoming Monday.
Oh, look at you.
I'll probably be at Freeman's Thursday.
Okay, I'm gonna come see you soon.
I believe that there's going to be a show at Pro Skates that I'm on September 1st. just a one. I don't know too many details on that. Someone asked me to be on it, and I said yes. Super excited about
that's
that.
amazing.
Super grateful.
Seems
But yeah,
like you're on the up and up, man.
so much comedy in Halifax, and everyone should come see.
Did you want to plug your Instagram or your social media?
My Instagram name changes weekly.
I noticed that.
Well, I accidentally copied one person's name.
Oh, did you?
One of my great friends at, I believe it's definitely not Otter, something like that. Copied him. Didn't mean to. One of my best friends accidentally copied a great comedian in Halifax. His name on Instagram is Kyle Burnett Comedy Dum Dum.
Yes.
So now it's Brandon Michael fan account if you want to follow me.
Hilarious.
Hopefully that doesn't change unless some other comic in Halifax messages me and was like, what the hell, man?
That's so funny.
I've been the fan account.
Social media handles are tough. Because like for the podcast, we're Intoxicated Podcast mostly everywhere except Twitter.
Yeah.
It's too fucking long for Twitter. And then Intoxicated is taken by some bitch who hasn't tweeted in like 4 years.
Oh my God. Once you don't tweet for a certain amount of time, you should just be cut off.
Go fuck yourself. And then you can fill out this form that like you can send Twitter to be like, I want this handle. Can I please have this handle?
Yeah.
Because they actually monitor your account. And if you're not active for 6 months, like if you've never logged in for 6 months, like you can technically take that.
Yeah.
But then like they were like, you need to send proof of the fact that you've copywritten Intoxicated. And I was
my
like,
God.
I haven't done that. So
That's too much for someone that hasn't. Yeah, we're going to side with the person who hasn't used our platform in 6 months.
I was like, we're a growing podcast and it's really killing our branding having to say Intoxicated Podcast on Facebook and Instagram and _toxicated.
I don't even know
Twitter.
I don't even know what my Twitter name is. It's something so stupid like Brangan Micus. Because I couldn't I don't use Twitter. I just wanted to like look at stuff.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, well, that's the thing. So if you don't tweet and you still log in and look, you're still active. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe this bitch is still active.
Yeah, maybe she's just stalking people.
People should tweet at Intoxicated and tell her to delete
to delete your account, Intoxicated.
Give that to Intoxicated Podcast.
There are people out here who need it more.
Oh my gosh, it's so true. Oh my gosh, but thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. This was a blast.
I'm sure you'll be back. And I'm ramping up with the comedians. They're gonna be regulars. So
yeah.
Oh man, it was a lot of fun. So thanks so much, Brandon.
Thank you for having me.
And as always, the guest ends the show with a bell ring. You haven't touched it yet tonight, so ring that bell. Woo, woo, woo.
Told you I'd forget about it.
It feels good though, right?
Because I agree, it does feel good, so I'll ring it again.
Thanks so much for listening to the Intoxicated Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you find podcasts and vote for Intoxicated in the Best of Halifax Reader's Choice Awards in the News and Media category for Best Podcast. You can cast your vote at bestofhalifax.com. Thanks again for listening.